Hello. This is Alicia Tian, and welcome back to my podcast. It's been 3 years now. The last time I put out anything at all was in 2021 January, and it is now March 2024. I am super excited to make this comeback, and I cannot wait to share with you what happened over the past 3 years and why I haven't been making content. And recently I've been very, very inspired to start making content again because of specifically this event and this conference that I went to, Global Citizen, in Melbourne. That was an award that I actually was selected to go for. So 32 young leaders from across APAC were selected to join the conference. And honestly, meeting so many young people, so many amazing people was incredible for me. And I was just so inspired and completely launched into space and just so moved and touched by all the stories that I've listened to and heard, that now I want to start building up my voice again. I want to start putting my ideas, my thoughts, and conversations out in the world again, because it's an exciting journey that we're all on. So I will split today's session into a few parts. Well, I don't really have a script. Everything is kind of just at the top of my head. So the first part, most likely I'm gonna be giving you a short update of what I've been up to. The second part, I'll be talking about the event that has just happened in Melbourne. I'm now back in Malaysia, back in Johor Bahru, just reflecting so much about it, and I have so many things to say. And the other part, the last part, is probably some reflections and what to expect next. Okay, here we go. So what happened to me? What happened in the past 3 years? Well, for the last 3 years, I was zooming in and out of Malaysia, Singapore, and China because I was completing my master's degree, my master's in management degree in Beijing, Tsinghua University. So start of 2023, end of 2022, I've got that wrapped up. But at the same time, I actually started my company in Malaysia and in Beijing to start exploring how I can do more in sustainability and do more in bridging Southeast Asia to the world. So I have just been kind of exploring how to make that happen. Completed some projects around Southeast Asia and China. So that was very interesting, and we'll probably dive into that some other time. But generally, I'm still working on my company and my projects on increasing renewable energies in Southeast Asia, as well as getting more young people to come up with sustainable solutions. So that's what has been happening for the past 3 years. I've went through quite a lot, I would say, in changing partners, changing investors. And I'm still figuring out what and how I'm going to reach and achieve my vision and mission in increasing more young people to get involved with sustainability, and sustainable solutions, as well as phasing out fossil fuels and increasing renewable energies. So I'm still trying to figure that out, and I hope I can have more conversations about these topics as well in the coming days and months. So I was mentioning about Global Citizen event and how it moved me into taking action, and one of the action was to restart my podcast again. So I was very, very, very fortunate to be one of the 32 young leaders across Asia Pacific to be selected for this Youth Leader Award by Global Citizen. So this was a great opportunity for me to meet 31 other change makers across Asia Pacific, and they're in different sectors as well. All of them are making great social impact in their own communities, in climate action, ending poverty, education, women's health, gender equity, and mental health, and so on. So I was representing Malaysia and climate action to join this Youth Leader Award. I would strongly encourage for y'all to check Global Citizen out because they are truly making a mark across the world. They're usually in New York, the headquarters in New York, and they host Global Citizen Festival every year. What impressed me the most is their ability of getting really, really influential people from different sectors like the government, celebrities, international organizations. So I think the work that they're doing is really incredible, and it resonates with the mass majority of the people, because when we think about taking action, we always think, oh, we have to be some climate activist or somebody who's in the field to do something, but they make it really accessible for young people, festival goers, people who likes Chris Martin from Coldplay, or people who listens to Beyonce's music to start taking action. So I think what they're doing is incredible, and I've honestly learned so much just by going for this event in Melbourne and seeing how they executed and made it happen. It was just one hell of an experience in the best way possible. And there were so many different conversations that I've had throughout the event, and also stories, listening to speakers telling their stories. I think I kind of lost my path through building my company and trying to make something out of what I was building. And what do I mean by that? Okay, so these people who are telling their stories and the other youth leaders, I really, really learned a lot from them. The way they overcame their struggles, the way they were very vocal about what they stand for, the way they told their mission, told their stories. And I was just so inspired by that, because I feel like I've always wanted to tell my story through my work, but I've always felt like my work was not perfect enough for me to tell a perfect story. So I'm always waiting for that perfect moment for me to start advocating for what I believe in. And not knowing that I had so many opportunities, even, having my different platforms, like I'm on LinkedIn, Instagram. I have all these platforms, but I'm not embodying my mission or the message properly. And throughout this whole experience, I was just so inspired by how people are showing or displaying their message through different ways. And for me, it's like, yeah, I have all of these platforms, all of these tools. Why am I not more vocal, more stepping up to tell my story? And I realized my story do mean something too. So that's what kind of shifted my mindset into valuing my own story and wanting to host conversations and go deeper and dive into nuances on the subjects that matters to me a lot. So now that I've shared a bit of a background of what happened before and why am I here doing this now, let me share about what is next and how do I plan to do this. I hope my podcast can be a space where I'm able to record my life journey and my conversations with really inspiring and insightful people. Kind of like what I did in the past, hosting conversations with really interesting topics and people, I'll do the same. Or I might also change it up a little from time to time with new formats. A little bit like this one. This is a rare one because it's a monologue. I rarely do this, but I think y'all deserve a update from me, and I want to record some of my thoughts as well. So things might change, but for now, I hope to stick with the format that I've been doing. Expect new people to come on the podcast, really interesting ones. I have so many people that I want to have these conversations with, especially when it comes to climate action, renewable energies, what is happening to the earth, about social issues, as well as gender equity, entrepreneurship. These are the topics that I have been building on for the past few years and that I'm very passionate about. So I hope to continue to deepen these conversations and my knowledge in this, because I feel like I'm always taking in new information. It would be nice to chat with people publicly about some of these current events that's happening as well. It could be funny, for me to come back like 3 years later listening to what I'm recording now. But I think that was what I found a lot of joy in creating podcasts. I still occasionally listen to some of the podcasts that I did before. And it's just so interesting to me because I still learn from the guests that we've had on before. So yeah, this is just a super cool platform that I want to continue to build. And I hope you can stick around and also take away some things that inspires you, moves you. And don't forget to let me know when that happens. And I welcome any type of constructive feedback, or if you want to do a collab, my DMs are open. So yeah, hit me up. And till then, I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a fantastic day.